Hello, welcome to our classes. The question over here is a gas is reversibly expanded from the same initial state to the same final volume using isobaric, isothermal, and adiabatic process. The correct order of work done by the system on the surroundings in the three different methods is we have to answer. So for that, what we will do, we will make a PV curves. So this is the y-axis is the P and the x-axis is the volume. Suppose we start from this point, and this is A to B is a constant pressure process. So this is the isobaric process. From A to C is a isothermal process, and we know that for expanding or expansion process, the adiabatic curve will be more steeper than the isothermal curve. So A to D is our adiabatic process. So now if you want to find out the total work done, so you will draw lines like this, and this area indicates the work done by the adiabatic process. Now the area including the adiabatic work and also the shaded portion under the AC line, okay, this total part we can say is for the isothermal work, and similarly for the isochoric part we can say the total area which I am shading over here, this is the work done by the isobaric process. For that way we can say isobaric work is going to be more than the isothermal, which is going to be more than the adiabatic. So correct answer over here is going to be A. Question number 33 says when 22.4 liters of H2 is mixed with 5.6 liters of Cl2 each at STP, the moles of HCl formed after the completion of the reaction is closest to, we have to find out. So we write the equation H2 plus Cl2 gives you 2HCl. So here we will say 1 mole of H2 combining with 1 mole of Cl2 giving you 2 mole. Now what is supplied to us? 22.4 liters of H2 means 1 mole. 5.6 liters of Cl2 means 0.25 mole. So out here Cl2 is the limiting reagent which will only consume 2.5 mole of H2 and 0.75 mole remains unreacted. So going by the reaction stoichiometry over here, we will write the amount of HCl formed when this combines with that is going to be 0.5 mole of HCl. So correct answer over here is C. Question number 34 is a bulb emits monochromatic yellow light of wavelength 0.57 micron. If the rate of emission quanta per second of the bulb is 14.33 into 10 to the 19, the power of the bulb in watt is. So over here watt is E by T. So this in per seconds, obviously we will say it is Hc by lambda into N. What is N over here? 14.33 into 10 to the power 19 into 6.626, 34 into velocity of light. This whole thing is divided by 0.57 into 10 to the power minus 6 meter. This is meter per second. This is joule second. Alright. and if it calculate, we'll get the answer to be as 49.97, okay, watts. And we can say this is equivalent to 50 watts. Question number 35 is an insulated chamber is divided into two halves by partition with ideal gas in one half. So there is ideal gas in one of the halves like this. Now suppose you make a hole in the partition. There is a hole now in the partition and the gases move. The gas is allowed to expand. Now this is a isolated chamber, first thing. So this type of expansion is basically a case of free expansion, okay, which means the P external over here is 0. System is isolated and there is a free expansion, so no heat changes are possible. Even work done is 0 because it is a free expansion. So del U, which is NCV del T, this is 0, that means it remains constant, and delta T also remains constant. So there is no change in internal energy or heat or temperature. The only thing that will change over here is the pressure, and this is the correct answer. Question number 36 is iodination of hydrocarbon with molecular iodine is slow and reversible process, which is true. However, it can be carried out in presence of an oxidizing agent such as, so suppose you are trying to convert a CH bond to a CI bond using I2. Now what happens over here is that HI is formed, which is the reducing agent, and this takes the reaction back. Okay, so if one can consume this using an oxidizing agent such as HiO3, which will produce the molecular of iodine, okay, then in those cases the reaction will become irreversible, which is this one. So out here the correct answer over here is going to be HiO3.